guys, welcome back to Bre'sBooks. I'm filming this on the last day of 2016 just in time so that I can put up the monthly recommendations video that I haven't done yet because I really want to do this month's topic. Monthly recommendations is a Goodreads group. I'll leave the information down below if you want to check it out. This month's topic for December 2016 was new to you authors for 2016. So these are some of the books or some of the authors I have read this year that I had never read before this year. So let's get started. The first one I wanted to mention is Gates of Thread and Stone by Lori M. Lee. This is actually an audiobook that I got for cheap and listened to early this year. I gave it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this. It's kind of like a futuristic, kind of like a dystopian, but it also kind of had some steampunky elements and some magical elements to it, I think. It was really interesting, and it was a lot different than a lot of other like dystopian type books I've read. And I definitely want to continue with this series. I think there's going to be 3 books, and it was just really different and interesting, and it took a twist in a way I wasn't expecting. So if that sounds like something you might enjoy, check out Gates of Thread and Stone by Lori M. Lee. And the next one, this is probably one of my favorite books of the year. I read Jellicoe Road by Melina Marchetta. I also listened to this on audio. I've been meaning to read her for such a long time, especially her fantasy series, Finnegan of the Rock. I've heard excellent things about, but this was her older book, and I got an audiobook for this first. She's also an Australian author, which is really cool. And because of the like Australian nuances in this book, it did take me a little bit to get into, but once I did, and like once I finished it, I ended up giving 5 stars. Her writing is fantastic, and their characters are so real. They feel so real, and I highly, highly recommend this author. I cannot wait to read more of her stuff because this just completely blew me away. I was not expecting to love this as much as I did. So definitely check out Melina Marchetta's stuff if you haven't yet. So this year I picked up a couple books and read them by Liz Braswell. The first one being A Whole New World by her. This is the ARC cover. It's not the final cover. And Once Upon a Dream by her. And I thought that that was the first time I'd read her, but realized then that I had actually read a book years ago called Snow by Tracy Lynn, which is actually her pen name of hers. So if you count it, this is the first time I've read her books as Liz Braswell, but I did actually read back in 2003 when it came out this short Snow White retelling called Snow by Tracy Lynn, which is the same author but different pen name or whatever. So I recommend reading her if you like fairy tales or like Disney stuff. I wasn't a huge fan of A Whole New World. It was like not what I wanted from a Disney Aladdin retelling. I only gave it 3 stars. I did like Once Upon a Dream quite a bit better. I gave this 4 stars. And I haven't read the 3rd book, As Old as Time, yet, which is a Beauty and the Beast, a Disney's Beauty and the Beast retelling. But I have very high hopes for it, and I cannot wait to read it. I already started it a little bit, but I haven't gotten a chance to really get into it yet. The next author I want to talk about that I finally got to read this year is Sandy Hall. I've read 2 of her 3 books that are published currently. I read A Little Something Different by Sandy Hall and also Science Point DS by Sandy Hall. I read these back to back because they were so much fun and I love them so much. I gave them both 4 stars. They did have a little bit of LGBTQ plus stuff in them, just in the side characters, which is not my favorite, but they were so adorable. And if you love like contemporary romances, just like kind of light fluffy reads, if you want something that you can read really fast and just get through really quickly and enjoy and laugh at because they're hilarious too, I definitely recommend Sandy Hall's stuff. I have yet to read her newest book released, Been Here All Along, by her because they are both, the main characters are LGBTQ as opposed to these ones, which were just the side characters were LGBT. So I'm a little nervous about picking this one up, but I do plan on giving it a try. I want it in a giveaway, and I do enjoy her writing, so I'm gonna try it and we'll see how it goes, but definitely check out Sandy Hall if you like some of that lighter, fluffy, contemporary, really funny stuff. It's really a lot of fun. And then one of the last physical books that I own that I wanted to mention, I picked up the Disney Princess comic strips collection. This is the first bind-up, trade paperback bind-up for Volume 1, the first 5 issues. I knew I was going to love it, and I did. I loved it so much. It's 5 stars. Written by B. Memberson and a bunch of different people, I guess. I cannot wait for the second volume to come out. I ate this up like candy. I can't even tell you. She does also have a Facebook page called Pocket Princesses, I believe. That's like not official licensed by Disney. But this is like her first published paperback, so I counted it as a new to me author, even though I've read her like Facebook comic strip before. But if you read this and love this, definitely check out her Facebook page for Pocket Princesses, because those are also amazing. And check out for more from her. She's also done stuff for like My Little Pony comics and things like that too. Some of the books that I don't have here with me now that I wanted to mention that were new to me this year was The Shadow Queen by C.J. Redwine. I'm not sure what the other series she wrote is called, but The Shadow Queen just happened to be the first one that I read by her because it was a fairy tale retelling, a Snow White fairy tale retelling, I believe, and I gave it 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed that, and can't wait to read her like companion sequel, The Wish Granter. It's just a Rumpelstiltskin retelling, I believe, which is going to be really good. Comes out in 2017. Also wanted to mention the new Archie comic, the new Riverdale Volume 1 by Mark Waid and a bunch of other people. I gave that 5 stars. I loved Archie comics when I was growing up. I super enjoyed their new take on Archie and his friends, and I cannot wait to read the second volume, which came out in December. So check it out if you like Archie comics. Also wanted to shout out to Adulthood is a Myth. That's one of my other favorite graphic novels this year. Trade paperback bind-up of Sarah Scribbles comic strips. She also has a Facebook page and stuff where she posts all her stuff online. So check that out. And those were the main ones I wanted to mention that I gave 5 stars to that were fresh new authors to me this year. I had never read any of those before. I'd read Sarah Scribbles stuff before this last year, I'm pretty sure. But this was also her first published in paperback book comics collection. That gives you some recommendations to check out for reads in 2017. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, etc., any fellow similar or different feelings about any of these books or authors, let me know. Other than that, I will see you next year. Bye guys!